We're back. Keiichi-kun! Good morning! Her cheerful greeting was as fresh as the morning itself. You're always so early. You should try sleeping in sometime. If I sleep in, I'll keep you waiting. She's so conscientious and such a good person. If that ever happens, I'll just leave you behind. Keiichi-kun, you're so cold. I wait for you all the time. I'll leave you in the dust without looking back. Why are you so mean? Why? Reina had a slightly troubled look on her face. Toying with her was rather fun because of how quickly her mood changed. I'm kidding, I'd wait for you. With those words, Reina seemed to relax. Her face flushed bright red. Thank you. I'd wait forever till you came, Reina. Ugh. No matter how long. Forever. Reina turned bright red, steam rising from her head as her brain short-circuited. She's especially weak to this sort of talk. It's quite rare to find someone this fun to tease. Have you ever read a romance novel, Reina? No. Never read any before. From that response, I gathered she was interested in them, but was too embarrassed to actually buy one. I couldn't imagine what would happen if she did read one. She'd probably turn red and pass out. Oh yeah, message from Mom. She sends thanks for the pickles. It was nothing, you're welcome. How were they? Not too salty? They weren't that salty. Actually, they had a pretty light flavor to them. It would have been fine to just be honest and say they were good, but apparently I couldn't be that forthright. I'd like to ask something before that. Were you the one who pickled them, Reina? Or was it your mom? Oh, why, Jazz, then? Were they too salty? Her attitude completely changed as she began to panic frantically. Was it you, Reina, or was it your mom? Why are you asking who made them? Why? Depending on who made them, my opinion of them might change drastically. She counted frantically her fingers, trying to remember the amount of salt she used to pickle them. It wasn't like I was trying to tease her, but I couldn't stop myself. Guys who take pleasure in this kind of thing are probably the worst. Guys like me. Yeah, you're a bit of a dick. Raina nervously opened and closed her mouth over and over, trying to muster a response. It was me. Delicious. Huh? Pretty good, just like the last ones. They went perfectly with the rice. Her face went bright red again. She was completely spacing out. It truly was a lot of fun to tease her. I pray that Reina never gets taken advantage of by some lowlife, like you. Keep it at it, Reina. I'll train you till you handle it like the average person. Or so I decided for myself. Let's go. If we keep Mion waiting, we'll never hear the end of it. Seeing as she just keeps spacing out otherwise, I called Reina back to reality so we can make our way to school. This strange, easily flustered girl is Reina Ryugu. Ryugu? Whatever. I've only known her for about a month, but I've come to realize it's not just her name that's strange. I'm not good at pronouncing names. Like, even if they were in English, I still probably couldn't pronounce them properly. Mi-chan, good morning! Coming up to the next rendezvous point, we saw another person waiting for us. Noticing us, she waved. Finally, you two are late. Usually you're the one who's late. In sharp contrast to the diligent Reina, this one marched to the beat of her own drum. She's Mion Sonozaki. For what it's worth, she's our senior and head of the class. Morning, Reina. It's been a while, Kei-chan. How many years? I was only off 2 days. Ah, you don't say. You were so much cuter back then. Mian's gaze started at my chest and dropped straight down, focusing on the point between my legs. Dude. So she was saying it's my crotch that's cuter back then. Before I ask, just be clear, I've never tried to show it to her. I've grown quite splendidly, you'd be surprised. Ooh la la. Not only is he bigger, but he has a little mustache now. Being so engorged with energy every morning is quite a problem, though. I'll introduce you next time, so be sure you greet him properly. Don't say next time. Right now it's just fine. How about letting the little guy get a breath of fresh morning air? Oh, I don't think I've ever heard talk so dirty you could smell it fouling up the morning air before. Mian surely does act like an old man sometimes. Gotcha. Time for the big reveal. Hope you don't regret it. As my hand reached for my fly, Reina began to ramble in near panic. Hey, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Red-faced and flustered, Raina tried to play it down, but it was obvious she knew exactly what we were talking about. God, kids these days. How was it, seeing the city again? Mian switched gears, dropping the dirty talk and changing the topic to something more befitting the pleasant morning. I only went for a funeral. I didn't have much time. So yeah, did you look for it? That thing I asked for? You're not listening at all. I just came back from a funeral. I didn't have any time to look around in toy stores. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Toy stores and hobby shops are completely different, you know? It's really difficult to get Western stuff around here after all. Is this about games again, Mia-chan? Mia nodded proudly as Reina giggled. Yep, I want K-chan to bring me back a Westport catalog, you see. Westport was short for Western Importing Games. Using that abbreviation did make it sound pretty geeky. You can just get them to send you one in the mail, can't you? Well, I guess I have to now. I'm going to get another game full of hot action. This time I like a game that's easy to understand. Mian is a board and card game enthusiast, and I hear she's collected quite a lot of different ones. According to Reina, Mian's room has kind of become a museum for domestic and foreign games. If there's a game you think I understand, let me play too. Of course. If K-chan is up for it, I should warn you though. We're pretty tough. Just what I want. I play all sorts of games. I don't intend to lose. Whoa, then we'll let you in the group this time, I guess. Bristling with joy from head to toe, Reina looked back and forth between me and Myeon. Myeon gave an affirmative wink, and her expression perked up even further. I thought boys preferred playing outside more, so I figured you wouldn't want to. Reina laughed happily. From such a friendly conversation, you wouldn't think I had moved here less than a month ago. I understand that they did all they could to make a transfer student like me feel at home. I'll have to try harder to fit in, so they won't feel like they have to try to make me feel welcome. I felt like if I acted a bit more open than I usually am, it should probably be about right for this place. Hinamizawa was a really small village. Not only was there only one school, but there was only one class. That class encompasses all different grades and ages. There are about 30 students at different levels, and they all study in the same class. I'm told that long ago there used to be a bigger school building, and they had actual separate classes. However, it seems something happened that made it become a single class, and now it's stayed that way out of tradition. I was shocked at first, but humans adapt pretty quickly. I've already gotten quite used to it. The sound of children playing started right from the morning. With such a lively mood, it felt more like a kindergarten than a proper school. Not that that was a bad thing. Myeon, who had been walking in front of us up till then, suddenly let me take the lead, right in front of the classroom door. So I was meant to slide the door open and enter the room first. Too bad I was going to fall for that again. To think you'd give up the lead here. You meant for this to be a test of my skills. Myeon chuckled with a haughty smirk on her face. Aww. What is it, you guys? Step back, Reina. It's dangerous. She's here. Huh? Then Satoko-chan is... Her name was Satoka Haoju. She was a disrespectful, impudent, bossy kid. The way she talks was annoying, but would be immature to get worked up over just that. The real problem was this. Quite the obvious trap. A blackboard eraser wedged in the door. It's too obvious. Satoko! A haughty laugh came from beyond the door. Excellent, K-chan. I guess that means you win this round? No. This is Satoko we're talking about. I doubt this is it. After falling for such intricate traps since the day I transferred, I no longer let my guard down. Satoko liked to combine a variety of traps. Traps that were simply there to bait you into the main one. Traps that relentlessly kept coming at you like a sadistic Rube Goldberg machine. The list goes on. As well as being clever, they almost never misfire. When you least expect it, she strikes. No escape, no time to relax. By the looks of it, this eraser is normal. No rocks or anything in it. I took a pretty heavy hit from a blackboard eraser loaded with rocks on my first day. That's criminal. So then why don't you just open the door and let it drop? That's what it is. That's what Satoko was after. Make me focus my attention upwards, so I lifted my hand to the door. There were thumbtacks stuck in the sliding door handle with tape. A frightening trap. A potent and terrifying trap, concealed by using the blackboard eraser. An impressive combination, Sadako. But in the end, nothing more than trivial machination of a child. Assured of my victory, I threw the door open and stepped into the room. I felt something strange in my ankle. It was similar to the sensation of a jump rope catching on my leg. By the time I realized she had me hook, line, sinker, it was already too late. I began to fall in an almost picturesque manner. Kei-chan, watch out! Instinctively reacting to Mion's shrill roaring, I twisted my body in midair before I landed on the floor. Ow, ow, ow! An inkstone fell into the brim and was placed right where I would have landed. I shuddered at managing the situation had I landed square on it. Is she trying to kill you? Jesus Christ! A eraser full of rocks, thumbtacks in a door, and then a tripwire that makes you trip into a giant rock? What the fuck? My, what do we have here? A fair morning to you, Keishi-san. Aren't we a lively one this morning? Still sprawled in an awkward position, I was greeted by a mocking voice. That was a step up from your usual trap, Sadako. I haven't the faintest idea what you mean. You're quite unlucky this morning. You little... Ow. It seemed I inadvertently sprayed my back a little when I landed, rather than landing on the inkstone. A small hand gently rubbed my head. Pain, pain, go away! The small dainty hand continued to gently stroke my head. You didn't sprain your back or anything, did you? If you rub it like this, the pain disappears. I thought about asking how rubbing my head will help my back, but I didn't. It's not so much about what you actually do, it's the thought that counts. Yeah, thanks, Rika-chan. The pain's going away now. Yay, Rika-chan, good morning! Good morning to you, Reina. Good morning to all. Rika-chan greeted each of us with an adorable little bow. It was infectious. Reina, Mia, and I all bowed back. You're such a good kid, Rika-chan. So much better than Sadako. I glared over in her direction. Sadako was whistling, while rather deliberately avoiding eye contact. I'm the very mile of a good girl. A good girl won't set those nasty traps. Nothing but lies and slander. Exactly what proof? Wah! I picked up Sadako by the back of her collar. She looks like a misbehaving cat when I do this, but a cat wouldn't be setting traps. She's much harder to deal with. I'm sorry! Oh. I'm sorry. Try saying that. If you won't say it, I cocked my index finger on my thumb, letting it tremble as I brought it closer to Sadako's forehead. I'm against violence. You don't any proof. Just so you know, my forehead flick really hurts. It can split plywood right in half. Eek! Stop! Get away from me, you beast! Don't say that in a way people will misunderstand. A small hand tugged on the back of my shirts. She's been lonely since you were gone for 2 days. Rika-chan really is just so... How can I do any more after being told that? I generally leave my grip on Sadako, who at this point was on the verge of tears. She still had her eyes clamped shut as she braced herself for the forehead flick. It doesn't bother me. You mustn't cry, Sadako. Keep on fighting, yeah! Rika gently patted the head of her prankster friend. You would never guess these two are the same age. I think Sadako could learn a thing or a million from Rika-chan. Next time, set an even more amazing trap. Wait a minute. As she observed the scene, Reina's expression grew ecstatic as she began to swoon. Oh, Sadako-chan, she's crying. So cute! You can't take them home. Oh, but they're so cute! You can, no matter how cute they are. But just for a bit, it's fine. It's fine! Reina kept a cutesy face even as outrageous ideas spewed from her mouth. According to Mion, Reina is ridiculously weak to cute things and always tries to take them home. Object or person. Stealing is bad, but abducting people is even worse. Give it up. The heck, just look. Just looking. Yes, look, no touch. That should be fine, right? Right? Reina swooned over Sadako's crying form. If girl ever goes missing in Hina Mizawa, I'd be forced to turn Reina into the authorities. Forgive me, Reina. I'll be sure to bring you care packages when I put you away. The teacher's coming. Quickly, clean everything up. Sadako, that inkstone's yours, right? Just from me on a single statement, the entire mood of the room shifted back to normal. The inkstone was bad, but the thumbtacks stuck in the door handle were an even bigger problem. I pulled the tape off carefully, making sure not to skewer myself. Even though Sadako was the one who set it up, everyone had to pick up after her. By the time the teacher entered the room, the bedlam from before had been neatly tidied up. Aha, we made it in time. Rise, attention! Mina gave out the morning commands. Okay, I will save here. That'll be it for today. If you liked the video, like, comment, subscribe, whatever. Until the next video, stay humble, guys.